Hi, and welcome to the fourth of 4 videos for the review for Exam 1 for Math 126. In this video, we're going to do 16 through 20. Problem number 16 is one of our word problems. It says Jerry can paint a room in 5 hours, and David can paint the room in 7 hours. How long would it take them to paint the room together? So, T is our time together. And remember, this has the formula that we use. For any work time problem, it's what? It's 1 over rate 1 times the time together plus 1 over rate 2 times the time together is the number of jobs, which in this case is 1. They're only painting one room. So 1 over Jerry is 5 times the time together, that's what we're trying to figure out, plus 1 over David, so 1 over 7 times the time together is equal to 1. We need to solve for T. So what do? I can multiply this whole thing by the LCD, which is 35. So 35 cancels with 5 gives me 7, so I have 7 times T for the first term. 35 cancels with 7 gives me 5 times T, so I get plus 5T. And don't forget the other side. 35 times 1 is 35. Add these together. 7T plus 5T is 12T. Is 35. And divide both sides by 12. Tells me that T is 35 divided by 12. And that's what? That's just under 3 hours. And does that make sense? Well, it does, right? Because Jerry can do it by himself in 5 hours. So if he's got David's help, he should be able to do it in less than 5 hours. So having an answer of about 3 seems reasonable to us. So that's it. That's number 16. Number 17. So 17, how much of a 60% acid solution needs to be mixed with a 30% acid solution to yield 300 milliliters of a 50% solution? So this is our mixture problems. So we can use our table. So if I build my table, I have the amount and the percent, and this last column we call it pure. Ingredient 1 is what? The 60% solution. How much of it? I have no idea. So X. Percent is 60%, so that's 0.6. And we multiply across. So X times 0.6 is 0.6X. Then I need 30% solution. How much of it? No idea. So that's Y. The percentage is 0.3. So multiply across 0.3Y. And then the last row is what? The total. Well, how much am I going to end up with? 300 milliliters of 50% solution. So 0.5. 300 times 0.5 is 150. So now I have 2 equations. I add down. X plus Y is 300. And add down here 0.6x plus 0.3y equals 150. And now I have a few ways I can go about this. I can do substitution. I can do elimination. First thing I'm going to do is multiply this row by 10 to get rid of the decimals. So when I do that, what do I get? I get 6x plus 3y equals 1500. And so if I use substitution, I can do what? Subtract x from both sides, so that means y is equal to 300 minus x. So if I plug this into this equation, I get 6x plus 3 times y, which is 300 minus x, equals 1500. So distribute my 3, I get 6x plus 3 times 300 is 900. 3 times negative x is minus 3x is 1500. So 6x minus 3x is 3x. If I subtract 900 from both sides, 1500 minus 900 is 600. So divide by 3 tells me that x, the amount of 60% solution, is equal to 200 milliliters. And because I need 300 total, that means what? Well, x plus y is 300. If x is 200, that means 200 plus y is 300. So y is equal to 100. So 200 milliliters of the 60%, 100 milliliters of the 30%. So that's number 17, one of our mixture problems. Number 18. So 18 just says it's like the homework problem number 6 on WebAssign for section 12.6. So we've already done it in class, so I'm not going to go through it too much, but it was what? It was 7 choose 0 minus 7 choose 1 plus 7 choose 2 minus 7 choose 3 plus 7 choose 4 minus 7 choose 5 plus 7 choose 6 minus 7 choose 7. So in this problem, what do we have? Well, this value and this value are the same, but because one's plus and one's minus, they basically cancel each other out, excuse me, and we get 0. And then same thing here. These two are the same, but one's plus, one minus, they're 0. These two guys cancel out 0. These two guys cancel out 0. So our answer is just 0. But what I would caution you is make sure you're canceling out the right number of pieces. So let's say 18A is 4 choose 0 plus 4 choose 1 minus 4 choose 2 plus 4 choose 3 minus 4 choose 4. So these two are the same. Whoops, this one should be, let's do plus 4 choose 2 minus 4 choose 3. So these two are the same, one's plus, one minus, so they cancel out, but you still have this guy. So you need to calculate this one. And that's what? It's 4 factorial over 2 factorial, 2 factorial. So this is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 times 2 times 1. So 2 times 1 cancels out. 2 cancels with 4 gives you 2. 2 times 3 is 6. So this answer is 6. This answer is 0. You just have to be careful. Is everything canceling out, or do I have another piece left in the middle? Lastly, 18 and 19. And 19, so I'm kind of up against the clock here. I'm just going to maybe try to give you guys the answers here. So 19, we want to expand 2x minus y to the 4th power. And you can do this a number of ways. If we use Pascal's triangle, this is the rule we're using for the 4th power. So we're going to have 1 time, this is our a, 2x, negative y is our b, so it's going to be what? 2x to the 4th plus 4, 2x to the 3rd, negative y to the 1st, plus 6, 2x squared, negative y squared, plus 4, 2x to the first, negative y to the third, plus 1, 2x to the 0, negative y to the fourth. So that's using our binomial theorem with Pascal's triangle. And when you take all these 2 to the fourth, 2 to the third, multiply everything out, your final answer should be 16x to the fourth minus 32x to the third y plus 24x squared y squared minus 8xy to the third plus y to the fourth. So again, I apologize, I'm up against the clock here. I have another class coming in maybe. But if you have questions on that, you can ask me in class maybe. In 20 is we want the fourth term of the expansion of x minus y to the eighth. So 8 is my n, so the specific term, hey, you guys got class?
Yeah.
Okay, can you give me like maybe 2 minutes?
Sure.
And then I'll be out. All right, thanks. So there we go, sorry. N is 8, we need our r. R is n minus m minus 1, where our m is the 4. So this is 8 minus 4 minus 1, 8 minus 3, so our r is 5. So our formula is n, choose n minus r, a to the r, b to the n minus r, so that's going to be 8. Choose n minus r, so 3, our a, which is x, to the r, which is 5, b, which is negative y, make sure you're using the negative there, to the n minus r, so 8 minus 5 is 3. You calculate all that, and you should get negative 56 x to the fifth, y to the third. So again, sorry I couldn't show you all the steps, but this is a formula. This is what goes in there. When you calculate it out, you should get this as your final answer. So hopefully that helps. We'll see you guys in exam 1.